Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Lex and Lace podcast. I truthfully think that this is my last episode of the season because I am tired. I'm tired, I'm done, I'm busy, everything is out of order. Listen, 10 episodes is a lot of episodes. I think we have to get it together, everybody. Last time I did 15. Maybe I'll do like a bonus episode if something really crazy happens. Maybe that's what I can give to y'all. But generally speaking, I'm done. I can't. Mentally, I can't do it. And because it's my last episode of the season, inshallah, I have a guest. Guest, say hi.
Hello, hello.
Oh, so Miss Guest, who are
Yeah,
you? What do you do? And
hello.
how did we meet?
All right, my name is Arielle Thomas. Okay, I'll start with how we met. We met in high school.
We
We
did.
did.
We
We
did.
did. We survived that program together. And yeah.
That was
And then yeah, and I'm currently unemployed, but we're moving towards the direction of academia. So
we love
we're okay. We've been
academia.
accepted into a few places. We're getting things
We
moving.
adore it. We adore it.
Yeah.
We adore it.
Yes,
Great.
indeed.
Yeah. So,
All right.
Arielle, tell us, what do you mean by academia? Do you want to go into more detail about it, or how are you feeling?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going into law school, hopefully in the UK,
Another
preferably
veteran.
in
You
the
see these
UK.
law veterans, they're everywhere. These people who love law. Ooh.
Yes, yeah, it caught me. I'm on the wave. I'm on the wave. So hopefully law school in the fall, 2026. That is the
Hey,
goal.
you'll do
Um,
amazing. I just know you'll do amazing, so I'm not even concerned.
thank you. We're hoping, praying, seeing what happens. But yeah, I'm very confident in that plan. I'm excited for it.
Yes.
So yeah, that's basically that.
Great. Perfect. So let's get on to the next segment. And we're back. So, Ariel, what are we going to be speaking about today?
All right, we're starting out with one of my favorite topics ever, HBCUs. Yes.
HBCUs. Guys, let me tell you a small story. It was like everyone was applying for unis, and then somebody asked me, like, I'm not gonna say who it was, but somebody asked me, like, we're just around like the lunch, like cafeteria area, and someone asked me, "Oh, so are you gonna be applying to HBCUs?" I was like, "What is that?" Like,
No,
there's a huge
valid.
disparity between like I'm a black person, but I'm not like a black person born in America, so like who lived in America. So I was like, what is HBCU? What? And then they were like,
No,
oh, historically black universities and colleges. And I was like, oh, okay. I understood immediately got it. I was like, oh, okay.
I am
What about
correcting.
HBCUs? What about
Yes, yes. No, first of all, that's completely valid. I don't think that even I knew about them until I was like 15, like the year before. Yeah. Like I had like an awareness of them, but I didn't really like know what they were about. Like it
yeah.
wasn't, it wasn't really like, I didn't know about it until like I was almost active in the application process. And
Mm,
then I was like, wait a minute, this is like a possibility. Why didn't I like know about it before? I
true.
mean,
That's kind of how I
yeah,
felt. I was like, all black people. Oh my God. Then I was like,
yeah.
I don't know.
No, well, yeah. No, I definitely like kind of like toiled with the decision.
Mm-hmm.
I think that my first introduction though to like the HBCU like viewing experience was goodness gracious, A Different World. If anyone
Okay.
doesn't know that show, watch it.
I have heard of it.
It's
I have not watched it.
Yes, I mean, yeah, I highly recommend. It was a show in the 80s about
Yeah.
Hillman, which was patterned after an HBCU.
Spellman?
And hmm?
Spellman?
Hillman. The
Hillman.
name of the college in the show is
Hillman.
Hillman, but it was
Right.
like, yeah, the inspiration is like an HBCU.
Fair
Um,
enough.
yeah, some people say it's Hampton, some people say it's Spelman. We don't know. I
Oh,
don't know.
we're not
Can't
gonna get
confirm nor
into it.
deny.
We cannot
Yeah,
confirm
do
nor
not want to
deny.
start any wars out here, but any conflicts. But no.
Not the
Um
rivalries. Wow.
Differently, which we can actually get into later.
Right.
But yeah, but that was like my first introduction, and I remember telling my mom, like, "Ooh, mommy, I want to go there. I want to go to Hillman," and she was like, "Well, Hillman doesn't exist, but you know, other institutions do." And then that was like
Trust
the
your
end of that
mom to whip
conversation.
you back into reality. She said, "No, that's
Heart
not
was
real.
broken.
That's not real.
Heart
Don't
was
get
broken.
hyped."
I was like, oh gosh. I was like, please, I want to go. She was like, not to that one, but other ones are possible.
True.
So yeah, in the end, I decided to go to an HBCU. I will not say which one for now, but yeah. But I just decided to go, and I'm very happy that I did. I'm very, very
Yeah.
happy that I did. Yeah, I majored in English, which I'm very, very happy about. I loved my department. I personally think it's the best department on that campus, but I'm very biased to say so.
That's usually what you
Um,
see. At least it's good that you loved your department. When I talk about my uni experience, I disliked my department so much. I love my international relations and politics department. Y'all are amazing. Shout out you guys. The law department,
we,
psychopaths. Have
yeah.
some psychopaths. Few good eggs.
Well, yeah, yeah. My condolences in that regard. But no, I did love my department. I loved the people in my department. I loved the staff. I loved,
Aw.
yeah. I mean, I think that to be fair, that was like the main thing I loved about the university in general
Oh damn.
was the department. You know what I mean? But that's not to say that the university wasn't great. It's just that like the department, if it wasn't for my department, I don't know. I
You would
don't
have
know, man.
transferred? Do you think you would have transferred?
Mm, maybe, because
Damn.
maybe it was, yeah, my department really held it together for me. I really do
Okay,
appreciate them.
so hold on. If that was the only thing keeping it together, then like, how come? I guess my question would then be, would you have like gone to a different HBCU had you like known or not?
See, I don't know because I feel like the English department was so great. Like,
Yeah.
even, yeah, like, even though, like, I mean, every institution has its challenges. Every institution is going to have their,
Oh,
things that they can improve on, but, I feel like also I was there at a time where, like, like, the president was there for way too long,
oh,
way too long. Like, we're talking
oh,
about dictatorship here. And no, for real, like a long, long time. If I say the amount of years, people might figure it out, so I'm not gonna say that. But
sounds like
like,
a member of Congress.
no, yeah. So it's like that's the reason why I feel like the university like didn't improve. But
Mm,
when there was like like when when that ended and like there was a new president installed,
hmm.
things started changing very, very quickly. Kind of
Oh,
like New
that's
York
fun.
right now. So it's kind of nice. So they're kind of like experiencing their own little Mondanistan right now, which is kind of lovely.
Yay!
So
Shout
yay
out
to them.
them.
No, for real, for real. But
Yeah.
yeah, so, but I love my department, and I think that my favorite thing about HBCUs in general, I will have to
Mhm.
say, homecomings, guys, homecomings.
I remember you were like, you should come and do, you need to come for homecoming. And I was like, girl, I don't even know how I'm gonna make it out there. You're like, you need to come through. I'm like, yeah, how am I? I'm like, one, traveling to America. Two, it's not like America, New York. It's like America, DMV. And I'm like, how I
No,
get
for
there?
real.
I ain't got no car. So it's like, y'all got Ubers out there. Guys, I was like, I'm not seeing the situation properly. I'm not seeing it.
No, it was a fantasy in my mind
It
that
would have been
she
cool
would
though.
just magically
Proper.
appear. No, truly. But, I mean, who's to say maybe in the future if I ever return to a
Can you
homecoming.
would it okay, genuine question. Would it be
Yeah.
weird to go to your homecoming, like return as like a alumni?
It's actually very normalized. That's actually where
Oh,
when you're supposed to come back. That's like the whole
oh,
notion of of a homecoming. Yeah. So like you'll have alumni from like graduated 1980, 1970. No, for real, for real. Like you'll have them like come back. I mean like just elders to young people. You'll have like grandchildren and little like, representations of the university, like, just little like memorabilia and all that kind of stuff. But it's just, yeah, like they'll have them in like little, shirts, t-shirts.
that's
But
so
yeah, it's
cute.
just,
Yeah.
It is adorable, but no, it's like a whole thing. Everyone comes back, and then you have like the
Okay.
sororities and the fraternities, and then they all come, and like you have like
Did you wait?
chapters again.
Did you join a sorority?
I did not. I did not join a sorority. I
No.
just ended up deciding not to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
How come?
Oh gosh, why not? I think at the end, I kind of it didn't seem like it didn't just align with my goals, and I don't think it
Fair.
like fit with what like I thought it was. I think that my perception was different than the reality.
Fair enough.
And when I like kind of looked into it and like the whole process and like the pledging process, I was like, I respect it. It's just not for me.
I think with me, I'm not someone. Maybe maybe it's because maybe that's why we're friends. I'm not someone who's about community like that. I ain't trying to
No.
be. I'm trying to find my two, three, four people max, and then we chill. I don't need community from you. Please.
Facts. Yeah.
Now I have to
Yeah.
pay into community. That's just a long day for me. Huh?
And that's the
No.
thing. That's the
How am
thing.
I
It's
paying
like
to have friends?
oof, oof. Yeah. It's the payments. It's like there are perks, sure, but like and also the lines, we're talking about like at this point 70 people, 70, 60, 50 people on a line. That means I'm waiting in a position, in like a specific position, like waiting for my name to be called and introduce myself. 70 people? These things can
Yeah,
take 3 hours.
you're not selling it.
That's a lot. It's just a lot. And again, I respect anyone who did decide to do it, who does decide to do it. I mean, even I considered it heavily. And then I was like, it's just not for me. No, no. Yeah. And this is coming from two parents who have pledged. My mom is a part of a sorority, my father is a part of a fraternity. So I technically am a legacy and I could have decided to do it, but I just, you know, I respect it. I think it's amazing. I think it's awesome. It's not for me.
But here's the thing, if the whole point is that there's advantages and there's perks, and one of the perks is that, oh, if you have like a pledge sister in a certain company, then it's like, how real is that? How realistic is that? Because in this
That
job market, you think I'm gonna reach out to someone who pledged 20 years ago? What? Nah, I don't buy it.
that's the thing. And also for me personally, I think I quickly realized when I was at my university that I did not want to stay like in that area or like around that area or like settle in that area. So I'm like I can't get these I don't know if I can get these connections internationally. Like I don't know how many people here are
That's
going to be moving to the places that I would want to move to.
and be in the circles that you might want to be in as well.
Exactly. So it's kind
Well,
of
no,
like
well, no, you would be the connection in that case.
right, right. And like, happy to do so. Happy to link and network people. But like, you know, again, for me, it didn't align with my goals and like my future. So I decided against it.
Makes
Yeah.
complete sense. All right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but they do make for like the most. I mean, I do love the sense of community that they do create for people who decide to join. I
Fair.
do, I mean, it's really awesome, like seeing people on campus, like, just with the camaraderie and the community that they do have. Side note, I mean, the most fun parties. I mean, just the
Really?
most lit parties and the most lit barbecue tents at the
Nice.
homecoming. I'm not even gonna lie, but yeah, that's all I'll say about that. If you do have a chance to visit an HBCU, I highly recommend. Do not leech off of the culture, embrace the culture, but because people do that. But, if you do decide to visit an HBCU, I highly recommend it.
Righty.
Yeah,
Um,
yes.
I'll probably go with you. And for the
You would.
listeners, and talk to us about it, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
All right, let's move on to the next segment. And we're back. So, Arielle, do you want to continue our conversation or do you want to move on to something else?
We can continue briefly and then
All right,
pivot a little bit.
no
I have a little
problem.
bit more to say about
What do you have
HBCUs.
to say?
Okay. Well, I will also say like that it's a part of my experience that I truly loved also were like the student organizations.
Same.
Um,
True.
yeah, I think that like that's what I also mean about like my department. Like I had a lot of leeway in terms of like
Mm-hmm.
I mean it was a fairly smaller department, so like I was very close to professors and like
Mm-hmm.
very close to like the chair and like the dean, which was very nice. But they were also just very like yeah, down to earth people though. So I think that
That's
that's what made
cool.
it
And
yeah,
that's
I
usually what
think
makes a university is like if you have people who are in your corner. I think
mhm.
my university, yeah, you are on your ones. I'll be so real. And it's like, unless you were, but I also think that, like, apart from the fact that I felt like I was on my ones, you also had to take initiative on your by yourself to be able to like do things if you wanted to do them.
That is so true.
So it's like no one
Absolutely.
was really chasing you like that, which is fair enough. But it's also like,
Mhm.
so you're not gonna tell us about these opportunities, and it's like, got you.
No, that is so, so, so real. I will say that there was this instance of, oh, like there's this opportunity that I saw, let me like give it to like the students.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, you did have to seek out your own opportunities. I know I did. Like 100%. I mean, like I just remember like mentioning like I was
Mm-hmm.
interested in law and that there was a professor that happened to know a lawyer
Mm-hmm.
in the field that I was interested in, and like that's how I kind of like started to get an internship.
Oh, that's so cool.
But yeah, but like it really boils down to the like putting yourself out there.
No,
You
for sure.
know, university is definitely what you make it. Like people say that all the time, but it is
No,
the
it is
truth.
actually what
Like
you make it. Like, I
yeah.
feel looking back, I'm like, why did I go to class? I should have been networking. I should have been working. I should have been doing, because to be honest, I could have passed in my sleep. I'm not saying I'm the smartest person. I'm not the smartest egg in the room, but if I'm smart enough to choose law and to pass law, I think I could have done it in my sleep, personally.
No, I feel that though. I'm not even gonna lie. I wish that I had gone to like more events even outside of my department. I feel like that's where I kind of like almost fell short. Like I just wish I could would have taken more like advantage of like all of the opportunities.
Hmm.
But I mean, but even in that case, like they are there. Like,
They are, you just have to look for them, and that's the
you just
problem.
have to look for
But also,
yeah.
what I found is that maybe it's like a similar situation to you, where it's like once I left the university, now I'm seeing the opportunities that I would have benefited from coming up. And it's like, oh, now y'all have lawfare. Wow. Now y'all have, okay. I see how you move. I
No,
see.
it's so
So the
true.
time I was sure, I was like, nah, y'all are disrespectful. The time
No, you're not wrong.
the year I left, now I'm seeing things pop up. The law department is moving correctly. And it's like, nah, you guys are disrespectful. I could have benefited, but no, y'all only decided to set yourselves up properly the year I decided to leave. Okay.
No, I feel that in my heart and
Disrespect.
soul because
Disrespect.
no, I feel that in my heart and soul. I really do because I recently, I think it was like 2 days ago, I forgot
Yeah.
which HBCUs um, they were, but like
Mm-hmm.
two HBCUs just created a pipeline for
Huh?
like undergrad to law school. And I was like, huh, well, you know, I
What a
mean, I'm
what a
so happy for
right?
those
I'm so happy
that
for you.
benefit, genuinely.
That's all
But
you can
like,
say.
because otherwise it's tears. Because, bruh, like, I mean, I would have been perfect. I would have loved that.
You know, sometimes I look back at my life and I'm like, dude, I should like since we went to uni during COVID, I'm like, I feel like I should have taken a year off, done something else, and
Mm,
then gone to university. Because clearly all of the perks came after that. And it's like, nah, y'all are disrespectful. Clear. I was so
absolutely.
annoyed. I feel like I should have taken a year. I dead ass should have taken a year. Looking back.
100%. No, for real. One more year under the new administration at my university would have changed so many things for me. I mean, oh my gosh.
But no, we wanted to, I want to go. I want to go. Why did you want to go? You could have sat at home for a year.
For real. I was so excited at the prospect of university
Literally
and
said.
goodness, goodness, goodness.
Oh,
But yeah, okay. But yes, all in all, love HBCUs.
adore.
Um,
Yeah.
yes.
What did you want to pivot into?
Well, you know what? You did mention briefly about like
Hmm.
the difference in a UK university, like kind of like feeling a bit more on your own. And I definitely did experience that when I did study abroad that one
Oh
semester
yeah.
in Aberdeen. Yeah, that was lovely. I mean, I
Yeah.
do love Aberdeen. Yeah,
Hmm.
but whoa, I mean, a complete change. Like like to like the lectures, like the whole like class process, like it was just so different. The
To be
grading system.
honest, I don't know what we were paying for because you might as well just send me the material.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
felt, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I experienced that 100% because, like, for me, I was taking like just elective literature courses.
Hmm.
So I was just like, it was just, books and, discussions and like, introductory lectures. And then
Hmm.
that was it. And then I had like a month and a half break in between,
Where
which
you're
was
supposed to study,
shocking.
and then exams, and then you're done.
Right. And I was like, wait a minute.
Mind you, and it's like
Because,
one exam per class.
no, literally one essay. And I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
everything is banking on this one
Yep.
essay.
Yep.
I like, and coming from a US university, I'm like, okay, is it the same format that you wanted it? Like, what am I doing here? Like, and I mean, I was fine. I ended up being fine. But like, it was just like, wait, like in terms of just like the context and just like me
Hmm.
writing, because I mean, when I was at my university in the US, like
Right.
when I write my essay, I just kind of wrote it like when, like just free thinking almost. Like, of course,
Right.
you tweak it into more sophisticated language, but like the process was just, kind of like free flowing. And it
Right.
was more so free flowing when I submitted it. I was like, is that okay here? What are you guys looking for in terms of like structure? What is happening? And yeah, and it ended up being fine, but it was just like the leniency, not even leniency, but it was just like I barely saw the professors. I barely like we weren't even in each other's faces. Like I would have conversations with my professors after class, none of that. Like
Yeah,
there
no,
was
like unless you really
yeah.
know, like I had a lol. Why am I giggling? This is so bad. I'm just gonna say it. Maybe I'm delusional, but I had tension with a professor.
What girl?
And I remember we there was like a debate question. I'm not gonna say it here because I don't want people after me. But I was like,
Understood.
but what about another perspective? And he's like, there is no other perspective. This is what the
Oh.
situation is. Mind you, it's like a politics class. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
hmm. After that day, he started moving different. I must have really pissed him off. It was a shame. The perks were gone.
Damn. Okay.
But
But
but yeah, the UK usually like nobody's gonna know you. Like I think the only people who
yeah.
really know you is like your tutors when you have like your tutoring
Mm-hmm.
set. Yeah, your tutors when you have that one like set like 1 hour session that's not a lecture and you guys go through things. Those are the people that'll
Right.
know you. And if you have
Right.
if you have a bad tutor, it's actually a long day for you.
I had two. I had like a great one and
Mhm.
like a interesting one. And with the interesting one, like, they were just like I don't know, bland. And I hate to say it like that, but it was just like just no like joy. Like just like you
Fair,
could tell like they just did not want to be there. And like so and anyone like it was a class full of international students and just
fair.
when people asked questions, like you can tell like they were so excited and the person was just like, yeah, that's a good point. Anyone else? And I'm just like, girl, I think like we're supposed to be like
Yeah,
engaging here.
bouncing off
This
of
is
each
like,
other's ideas and energies and stuff. But yeah,
you
sometimes it
know,
happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. But like sometimes I think what happens is that when you're in law school, you're gonna be taught by actual lawyers. So it's like
mm,
that's their like it's not really their day job, that's their side hustle. So it's like she would come in, do what she needed to do, dip. I also had another one who you'd be like, oh, sorry, I just came in from the office. And it's like, huh? Briefcase, sweat, running
what?
past us. And it's like, yeah. So I think sometimes when it's like, you're gonna go to law school in the UK, you're gonna see that, damn, this professor don't really care. Yeah, because it's their side hustle. This is their
Yeah.
side
Okay.
hustle. I even asked one
Yeah.
of my professors during my master's program, I was like, is this your side hustle? She goes, low key. And I was like, yeah, that confirmed everything for me. It's their side
Okay.
hustle.
Well, you know what? Honesty is good though. I'm not even, not even mad at that. You gotta do what you gotta do. But I mean, I feel like though having that perspective though, now I kind of know how to like
Navigate.
work the situation.
Yeah.
Because
Self-study. Damn, I feel like we pivoted too hard. What were we talking about?
good
Sorry.
lord, yeah, completely
Damn.
different situation.
Damn. Damn, all my revelations. This was not the time for it. Damn. Okay.
No, that's the conversation. This is good. This is good.
Anywho, maybe let's go on to the next segment.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're back. So, Arielle, would you want to continue our previous conversation or pivot on to something else?
Let's pivot. Let's pivot,
Alrighty,
baby.
let's do it.
Oh, all right. So it's a bit morbid, but it is something that I'm passionate about. So, okay. Like the state of education right now in the US, I know that like the US, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the United
Betsy
States.
DeVos? Wait, no, that was the previous one. Linda
Yeah,
McMahon? Oh,
good God. Good
holy
God. Good God.
one
Like,
girl, girl, girl.
I am so concerned. I really am because like maybe it's when I was growing up, but at least like there was just a little bit more emphasis on the importance of education. And I
Real.
kind of feel like that's just like the notion of education being important is just like just dissipating. Like it's just falling apart, falling away.
Basic.
And yeah, and it's just like illiteracy rates are,
Abysmal.
oh my gosh. Like
Apparently what is it? Gen Alpha can't read.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, actually, like I looked it up, and like you know, 54% of U.S. adults like read below the equivalent of a sixth grade level.
Yeah.
60, 64% of the country's fourth graders they don't read proficiently. 64%. That's a
And
lot of percentage. That's a lot of percent.
and like they keep
That's a
gutting
lot.
the educational budget and then they want to get
Killing
rid of the
it.
Department of Education. And it's like, do you want people to go back to the back country and churn butter? Is that what you want?
Like it's giving that's what you want
That's
because
what they want. They want rich people to be educated and they want
yeah,
poor people to be workers.
absolutely, 100%, 100%. And
Basically.
it's like yeah, and it's like even like my mom's decision to like put me in like
But
Eunice when
yeah,
I was younger, if
yeah.
for the sole reason, like for this sole reason, she was just like, I just don't think that this country is like focused on education anymore. And like that was back in, she was talking about this when I was like 1, 2 years. That was back in 2003, 2004.
Yeah.
And I just like, oh my gosh, it's just it is so like even when I was at university and like not to blow anyone up, but it's like you could even see it. Like I worked in my university's writing center,
Mm-hmm.
and like you can see like formulating theses, like critical thinking, just like basic like analysis.
That's
Not
it.
even getting into like deep analysis, just basic like data finding, fact finding skills. Just not
Non-existent.
even non-existent.
That's crazy to me because in the UK, like obviously coming from like private school education, you
Hmm.
don't really like when you go to university, you get it like you're surrounded by all types of people from all types of sort of like backgrounds, right? So
Right,
then,
right,
but even then, people were like, yeah, I went to a state school, like a public school in their case. They were able to do what I do just as well, even better.
right.
So, but I mean, then they're gonna say, oh, but you went to a good university, and it's like still like if they were
Yeah,
like people were able to do it, so it's like I'm not
exactly.
it wasn't a thing where it felt like people had beat the odds. No, it just felt regular.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. For me, it didn't feel regular. That's the thing.
Crazy.
For me, it felt like what. in some cases, not all, because in most cases, I felt like things were just normal. But like there were certain scenarios where I was like, there is a discrepancy here that needs to be talked about, and like that's not being
Fair. One
discussed.
one thing that I did notice though was that maybe this is just maybe my personal observation. There would be like things happening in government. Maybe it's not related, but similarly,
Hmm.
it's kind of I'll
Hmm.
try to like weave it, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Like there'd be things in government that like other countries in like France, for example, they would be people would be rioting for like on the streets, and people are
Hmm.
aware of these things that are happening. Meanwhile, in the UK, like you'd hear things like, "Oh, the government is now trying to cut back on what they perceive as useless degrees," and it's like, um, I have
Oh,
friends who are like doing like liberal arts or more creative industries, and I was like, you realize they're gonna stop funding for your degree, and they're like, yeah, but this is the cards that have been dealt, and it's like, and then they'd be
well,
explaining things like, oh, people don't really have a lot of media literacy and all these different things, and I'm like, I get that, but also, why are you not on the street marching? So
right.
maybe it goes back to that thing of it being like these are skills that we were taught because we had the privilege of being taught that because we had the privilege of being at a private school, and maybe yeah.
Absolutely.
So then when you and then it's like when you meet other people, they're like, yeah, we weren't that's not something we're really taught to do. Other people like
Hmm.
had some like I taught for a little while, and it's like you can see that like different teaching systems produce different results for like you can absolutely see it because some people are
100%.
just taught to like listen to the teacher, do what you need to do, get good grades, shut up, don't defy the teacher. No, you don't need to
Hmm.
get you don't need to have your own opinion. Just listen to what I'm saying, and what I'm saying is right. While other
Right.
people are very much taught to like express their opinions, question things, and all these different things. So it's like it's very interesting to see. But what's happening in the US is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Yeah.
homeschooling, which is crazy because a lot of countries don't have that. Like you have to send your kid to school. What do you mean you're gonna come up with your own curriculum?
Yeah. I don't know how that would like translate when it like if your child does want to go to university, how does that even like
But
compute?
I don't know. I used to go down some rabbit holes, and some people actually know
Mm.
how to homeschool their kids. Like
Oh,
they'll keep
100%.
them up with standardized testing, all these
Oh,
different things, and they
absolutely.
and their kids, I guess they turn out better than other kids because maybe not better, but they're able to like do other things that other kids aren't doing because it's like, oh, I didn't go to a
Mm-hmm.
traditional school, but instead of school, I would go to like I'd do like an apprenticeship. So I was basically already working, or I was doing this program that allowed me to do this and that and have real life
That's true.
experience. So I don't know. And
No, that's
then
true. Mm-hmm.
what? Yeah,
That's true. My mom used to like say like if she could have homeschooled me, like she used to like break down like what like my day would have looked like,
fair.
and I'm so mad that that couldn't have happened. No, because she was like we
Really?
would have gone to like museums for history, and like
That makes
we would
sense.
have done like experiment like scientific experiment, and it would have just been like very like cool like and integrative, and like there are just certain things that like I don't even know if I just said that a real word. But anyways, but child, who knows? But like I don't know. It just seemed like very, very like cool and interactive. I don't know. Just thinking about that because she just broke it down for me one day, and I was like, oh wow, you know, that sounds fun. But
Yeah, if you have, I feel like if you know what you're doing, it makes sense. If now you just want to take your kid out because you want them to churn butter and work on the farm, that's a
yeah, please don't do
difference.
that.
Please don't
Yeah,
do that.
that's
Like,
please
I
don't.
beg of you, please vaccinate your children. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
pivoting, but it's like it's just it's like the same people who are like
it
it's the
is.
same category of people. Like
Yes.
y'all don't want to vaccinate your kids because you're scared. You're a conspiracy theorist, low key. And then the funniest thing, they'll be like, "Oh, do your own research." You know what? You don't do your own research. You stop there, right? You stop right there.
Like, yeah, no, no. Please, if you're not qualified, keep the kids in school. Please, guys, keep the
Literally,
kids
and
in
like
school.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I could never imagine myself being homeschooled. I have a friend who was actually
Yeah.
homeschooled, but it's like she had a private tutor at home. Or she had,
Okay.
or she had like a
Yeah.
private tutor that she went to with like four other people.
I kind of no, I kind of like the idea of. I'm not going to
That's true.
lie. For my own children, that is not a bad idea. I even like thought of briefly as a career path, like becoming like a private tutor, like
That's
one of those like crazy like awesome private tutors that like have like their own like curriculum and like for like those kinds of like that's what I was like thinking about briefly.
you
So
can
no,
do
not a
that.
bad idea.
Not a
Yeah.
bad idea at all. Those are, ooh, sorry, you just gave me a really good idea that I have to keep in mind. There are,
Hmm.
mind you, you can, this isn't the same thing, but they have these like super nanny academies that you can do. It's not,
Yes.
but it's like, that's kind of what you want to do, but not the babies part.
Right. Yeah.
Not the babies
No.
part.
Nah. Not that. But strictly academic.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are gonna do with Mr. Donnie T. Like, y'all need to.
Which is why I'm plotting my escape. But
But isn't
slowly,
every American plotting their escape?
for real though, like every yeah.
Do you know what's
But at
funny?
least,
Yeah, no, go ahead, at least.
no, I was going to say at least. Well, I have one or two host families that I would like. I made the joke with them that like I would if I just show up at your door one day, don't ask any questions, just house me for a few weeks and I'll figure it out. But yeah, I've hatched an escape plan just in case.
I feel like everybody has an escape plan. Like everybody I talk to, everyone's trying to migrate, but it's like the borders are
Yeah,
closed to so many people. So it's like, where are we migrating to? Because the borders is closed.
that too.
So
That too.
where are we going?
It's making it like they're making it hard for everyone. I feel like the
Everybody.
people like in charge want everyone to stay put, and I don't like that. Cause why?
Yeah, no.
Why?
Some of us don't like our home countries. Please accept that. For us, some of us, some of us, the passport is just a document I travel with, respectfully.
Facts.
Respectfully, it's my travel document, nothing more.
Nothing more. Like, what is the point of globalization if you don't want us to move around? Right?
Base.
Right?
Oh
Come
well.
on,
But
guys.
yeah, I wish you guys a good 4th of July.
Girl, man, miss me with that, please.
Sure, she said, basically, you ain't gonna go to no
No, no, no.
barbecue.
My
That
fourth, my 4th of July was the 19th of June. If you know, you know.
I agree. I agree.
Okay,
I
okay.
agree.
That was it. That's all I got for you.
You celebrated your 4th of July. Beautiful.
You know, the next major holiday is Labor Day for my Caribbean people out there. You know, or at least the next major fete. But that's all I got. That's all I can give.
But yeah, no, definitely sending my thoughts and prayers out to you guys in the US of A because y'all really need it. Like y'all are.
Just oh my god, like for the babies, I'm so concerned. And like and of course like it just boils down to like, resources and like the resources funded for these schools
For
and like
sure.
teachers and just like, you know, the whole, everything. But it's just so just disheartening and so
It is
depleting.
disheartening. And then what I don't understand also is that from what I know, your public schools are funded by, I guess, property taxes from your local area, right?
Hmm.
So it's like, are you telling me that if you live in a really good zip code, let's say Upper East Side, if you go to the public school, it's gonna be better public school.
Essentially. But it's all with the whole redlining thing that
Eh,
this is what Miss McPhail taught us, man.
shout at her.
Shut
In
up
this
that
life, some people will touch your heart. They really will.
she's one of them for real.
Yeah.
Cause everything she taught us from that course
It came
has not faltered. It has been
oh, at all.
consistently true. Like
100%. No
so
misses.
like I mean on point. That she was on point
Yeah,
for
no,
real.
she was a teacher, like for real.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, indeed. Shout out to her for real.
For real, I wonder where she at. Oh well.
Indeed. I mean, I kind of know, but I'm not going to blow up your spot on the internet.
I don't think
I'll
we
tell you
should.
about that afterwards.
We wanted to stay safe, respectfully.
Yeah, we don't want to, you know. Like, we're like, what the hell is wrong with these? First of all, who are these girls?
LOL.
And and why do they know my information?
That's crazy. Anywho, let's go on to the next segment. And we are back. And Arielle, I just want to thank you for coming on the pod.
Thank
Really
you for
appreciate having you on. How are you feeling today? How did you find our conversation?
I am feeling pretty great today. I enjoyed our conversation. I have feelings about this being your last episode, but that's okay. Yeah,
Just
it's
for the
okay.
no, actually, the thing is, you have to find things to talk about. If nothing contemporary is happening,
It's true. It's true. It's true. I am just a fan, and that's why I have feelings, and it's okay. But
you know what? Depending on who wins the World Cup, I might do an episode.
Oh yeah, that's a good little topic. That is a nice one.
Might episode.
That is
There's a lot to say about that. This might be a bonus
Definitely.
episode.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling hopeful about the state of the world.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, you know what? On the note of the World Cup, like the little videos of like camaraderie and like love and like support is really quite touching and sweet, and it kind of restores your optimism a little bit.
Oh, for sure. That's true.
Yeah, so that's nice. So yeah, but yeah, thank you for having me, girlie. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on. If anyone else would like to come on the pod, just let me know. And I'll probably have you for next season. I'm tired. But thank you for everyone. Thank you, Arielle, for coming on. Thank you to you, the listener, for always listening to me yap. I really appreciate y'all's support. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.